Good afternoon. Let's talk about marketing strategy today. Today is screen right here. Today is day 3 of going live, and today we're going to kind of take a step back from diving into the deep things of the CRM and building your assets. And today we're actually going to set up a marketing strategy with you. And we're going to cover a lot of different areas. We're going to go through a lot of stuff. So again, just like always, if you have any questions while we're going through this, make sure you chat with me. Make sure you like the live, share it if you want to, get it out to as many people as you can. The more people we have in here, the more fun it is. But what we're going to do today is we're going to kind of map out our marketing strategy and the stuff we're going to be covering for the rest of the month here with this marketing strategy, because I realized last night that while we're doing this, this is a great way for us to help you set up a strategy for moving for taking your business where you want to take it, and coming up with a plan that actually works and does what you want it to do. So today, instead of hanging out inside a Profit Lifter, we're going to be hanging out inside of one of my favorite apps. It's called Miro. This is a mind mapping software with Miro. The thing I love about it is that it will actually allow you to it allows you to just kind of brain dump everything. So we're gonna be going through this. And again, if you guys have questions while we're going through it, make sure to comment. Let me know what I can help you out with while we're going through this. And yeah, I'll answer any questions live while we're on here. So, all right, let's get started. So the first thing, anytime I'm thinking through strategy, anytime I'm looking at what I want to be doing, you're trying to come up with a plan or doing mind mapping, the first thing that we want to do is we want to be thinking about our end goal. Oh, we got somebody listening while driving. All right, thanks for hanging out with me. I be careful. I'll try to yeah, be careful. You're driving. So, but the first thing that we want to start with is the goal. And our goal for this is going to be very simple. And we're going to call it our first goal money. Right? That's why we're here. We're all here to make money. So that's where we're going to start with. Is we're going to start with the goal of making money, and we're going to work backwards from here. So when we're looking at a marketing strategy, there's 3 main areas that we want to keep in mind with this, and we're gonna work a little backwards on it, because it's easier to understand this ongoing. When we look backwards, but we're going to start with we're going to call this client conversion, and what this is simply when somebody converts into a client, and they go from marketing, and we're actually going to swap this around so that it makes sense. And the next one we want to look at is we want to look at lead conversion. Now, the difference between client conversion and lead conversion is a lead conversion. You always want to think of it like a lead conversion is more going to be directed towards people. It's going to be more about getting somebody who's a visitor to convert into a lead, that you have a chance to talk to them, you have a chance to pitch them, and make sure that you're getting where you need to with it. And then the last one is pretty simple. We're just going to call it traffic. And this is the thing that I like about traffic. Traffic is, let's make that, it says dark blue, looks purple. But the traffic is actually the first stage in getting clients. And I think a lot of times when we're looking at when I'm talking with people, or a lot of times as like you're kind of building out your ideas of what you want to be doing, how you want to be working with people, or converting clients, a lot of times we miss the other 2 steps in here, and we just think, oh, traffic equals money. Traffic doesn't equal money, because without the lead conversion strategy, or without having a strategy of getting traffic, getting people to look at your company, getting them to look at your marketing assets, from there's no lead conversion. They're not opting in. They're not just going to sign up with you because you got a couple good videos. I mean, it can happen on smaller purchases, but like as you start getting into bigger purchases, it takes a lot more of a strategy from it. And then from there, we want to think through the client conversion strategy, and then ultimately turning them into a client. And then later on, we'll start looking at ways that we can start upselling your client, your current client base, turning them into people that will actually make more money for you, that you're able to kind of add on additional services such as affiliate links, things like that. But today we're going to get as far as we can in this, and I'm actually really excited about this. Mapping, strategy mapping is one of my absolute favorite things to do. So let's now that we know our goal, and now that we've got our 3 benchmarks of what we want to achieve within this goal, now we want to start breaking this down, and we want to start getting into to what we need with it. So when we're looking at a traffic standpoint, the first thing that we need to, the traffic, there's going to be 2 different paths for traffic. And let's just go ahead and move this one over here. So we're going to call this first one marketing, and this other one we're going to call advertising. Now, if you're new in the business world, or you really haven't jumped too much into actually running ads, getting into marketing strategies, things like that, the major difference between this is like marketing, we're going to call this organic, and then advertising is paid. So we're going to call this paid. And when I'm done with this board, I'm actually going to share this with you guys. So that way, if you want to come in here and grab it and work with it, you can do that. Yeah, that's for later on. So let's start with the organic side. So let's before we jump into let's start thinking about what do we need to do to generate traffic. So when we're looking at traffic, the first thing that we want to look at inside of this strategy is where are we going to be getting our customers? And so when we're looking at strategies for client acquisition, anything like that, we want to be thinking, how are people going to hear about us? How am I going to put my marketing assets in front of them? So some of the big ones, obviously, social media is kind of the really big one. And it really holds a lot of the weight of everything that you're going to be doing. With social media, there's going to be different strategies inside of social media that you're going to want to implement. So with this, let's say you're going to have daily posts. Now, let's just be very honest. I'm gonna be sharing different tips and ideas with you guys as we're going through this. So just understand that I'm going to share with you as much stuff as I can. But when you start posting daily posts, when you're posting on your Facebook page, it's a really good strategy, but not from a lead generation standpoint necessarily. It's more of a reinforcement of your advertising of what you're doing. So like having a daily social media post, having images, having videos that you're putting out there, there's an opportunity for them to go viral. There's an opportunity for people to see them, start engaging with them, and get a massive reach with them. But it's not going to happen instantly. It's something that's going to take time. When you're looking at at driving traffic through social media, you have to be thinking, okay, how many people do I already have in my audience? How many followers do I have? And so really with especially on the organic side, the name of the game for you while you're getting started is to really focus on building your following, getting stuff that's engaging with people. But to build your following and to get to that point, we've got to have ways that we can attract new customers. And hence why we are all here today. The reason that I'm doing this mad push for the month of April and going live every single day is because I'm building my traffic source as you guys are building yours as well. And live videos are one of the best ways to get out there and to get people and to get your message in front of as many people as you can. And to give you to just put it in perspective, when I started this, my first day, I had 2 of you guys on. Yesterday there was 4. Today we're already starting with 8. like every single day, the numbers just, they keep going up. And the more that you're live, the more that you get in front of people, the more that you start engaging with people within your posts, and you're talking with them, committing with them, communicating with them, and the more value that you're bringing to them, the more they're going to be commenting on your posts. The more they comment, the more the algorithm picks up that people like it, and it's going to share it with like-minded people. Meaning that, like, let's say you're on YouTube and you're watching this video, and YouTube sees that you're engaging, you're commenting, you're liking, you're doing all the things that are valuable to them within the algorithm. What they're going to be doing is they're going to be looking for lookalike users just like you to share this video with, because what happens with YouTube is the more that people stay on the platform, the more money they make, the more chances advertisers have to see what's going on, or for advertisers to have little pop-ups, have all that stuff. So it's just it's how the social media companies make money. And so live videos are by far one of the best ways to do it. Now, when we're looking at daily posts, some of the other things that we want to look at, short videos are king right now. And if you get to a point that you're not sure what to post, you don't you need different strategies. One of the first things that I will tell you is start with short videos. These can be like a minute, minute and a half, even 15 seconds, just something to get your face out there, and get in front of people. And this can include like Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikTok. These short videos have a massive reach. And when you first get started posting these videos, the algorithm just spits you out to everyone. It just puts a massive amount of viewers looking at it, because what they're doing is they're saying, okay, we're going to throw thousands of people at you, and we're going to see who really engages and digests your content. And so, like, as you're going through this process, just understand, like, your first videos they're gonna look really good. They're gonna peak up here, and then as the algorithm starts to find your audience, as people start engaging with it, those numbers are naturally going to go down until it finds that right audience. Then once you find that right audience, your message is going to start to cater to them a little bit more, and so it kind of spirals out from there. So social media, these are really the three. These are three of the ways that that you can get in there with for the live. Sorry, my internet was being a little bit weird there. If you can still hear me, give me a hey, I hear you. Give me a one. Let me know. Let me know that the connection's still working for me here. But I'm going to keep going. But in your CRM, you're going to have the ability that you can actually schedule all of your posts for Facebook, for Instagram, for Google My Business, LinkedIn, X, and TikTok. Now, there's still appreciate that. Thank you, appreciate you guys. So the one that's still going to be a little more manual is YouTube. YouTube's always it takes a little bit more effort to get there. So on your social media, these are going to be like kind of your big posts. But this isn't the only way to generate traffic in social media. The other way to do this is you want to be thinking about. Let's see here. Oh, making all sorts of crazy stuff. Hold on. The other thing that you want to do is you want to be thinking about organic networking. Now, what organic networking is it's actually kind of what we're doing right now. It's jumping inside of this is going to include like getting into Facebook groups. This is going to be like LinkedIn groups, things like that, where you can get in there and you can actually just start interacting with people on a one-on-one basis. I love this concept, and this is a great way for, especially like if you're new and you're just getting out there and you're starting to generate, you're wanting to generate quick sales and quick leads. This is a great way to be able to engage with people online, to get into groups that are specific for, like if you're in the B2B space where you'd be looking at business owners, you'd be looking at different ways or different groups where they're going to be these avatars of who you're looking for. So these are kind of the 4 ways that you want to engage with on social media. I'm sure this will change, and as it changes, we'll change with it. But that's the first one. Now, from your social media, one of the other avenues that you're going to be looking at is actually going to be, we're going to put it over here. All right. Sorry, I'm a little OCD when it comes to keeping my charts in order with this, because yeah, it to me this is like, I always like to see what I like to be able to keep my stuff organized when I'm looking at it. All right. So our other marketing strategy of what we're going to be looking at, and this is very much a long play, and something that is not going to be fast for you. It's not going to be super fast. Now, there are some niches and there are some areas that this can have very fast results, but mostly it's going to take time to develop the stuff for it. And that's search engine optimization, or SEO. SEO, I don't consider this paid advertising, because this is something you can do organically with blog posts and different strategies like that. And like, as we get into the lead conversion, as we get into the client conversion side, we'll start diving into some of these tactics a little bit more, of how these actually all kind of play in together. But SEO is another great way. These are really going to be, this is really going to be designed for like blog posts, and different content that you're putting on your website, things like that, that are going to produce results for you. So those are 2 of your online ways. Now, let's not skip over what I think is one of the most highly overlooked ones for a lot of us in the digital space, and this is going to just be organic networking. We're just going to call it networking. The reason I love local networking. Local networking is a great way to really build an audience, to really build a local fan base. The thing I like about the local fan base is that when you start connecting with other businesses in your area, you get very good hot referrals. There's something about meeting somebody and shaking their hand that has a much bigger impact than any video that you can put together, anything else that you can do. So getting out there, networking, providing business cards. How about articles? Yeah, article is a blog, Rob. That's what we're talking about with that, is for the blog post. Because and sorry, we're going to take a step back to answer this question for you, Rob. With the SEO, with the blog posts, those articles, there's a lot of different structures inside of a blog post, and a lot of different ways that you can engage with it. There's a lot of strategy that goes into like having cornerstone posts, having different articles that kind of relate off of that. And then also with SEO, there's also some paid strategies that you can use where you can promote blog posts to, they're called networks. And you basically, what you do is you pay like $100, $250, something like that. And it kind of blasts your blog post out to all the relevant other blog posts that start to engage. They create backlinks with it, but it just gets your articles, it gets your blogs out there. You could do press releases, all of that, but all of that is still just, it's really just blogs. So that's the blog is the mechanism. It's kind of the tool that you're using to create these articles, to create all this stuff around it. So with networking, you're going to be looking at like, so let's hop back over to networking. We're going to be looking at like BNI, chamber events, local, just anything local. And one of the so in my spare time, what I do when I'm not running Profit Lifter is I play drums. I've been playing since I was like 10 years old, and I'm getting ready to turn 45 here on the 11th. So 35 years of playing drums. I'm in a band. We play out, but we do a lot of local events, we do a lot of networking, and we do free events actually for our local school district. And so like with me being like, it's the same school I graduated that I graduated from. So like I was drumline captain, so like I'm helping out their drumline. My daughter's going through the school. My lead guitarist is helping out with their bands. But what we have found is that by being in this consolidated place, we're getting a lot of people who are referring us saying, "Hey, we want to hire you. Hey, come out and play." And it's an amazing way. And this is like that's a fun thing. Like I'm playing music. It's not like selling anything, but it's the exact same concept. The more that you're networking with people, the more that people get to know you and understand you, the more it's going to branch off into that. The next thing, and this one's kind of a hybrid blend. Would you consider directories? Rob, I'm going to have a whole day on SEO. I've actually got somebody who I'm talking with about coming on later this month with me that specializes in SEO. That I'm going to have come on, and really we're gonna do like an interview style and dive deep on it. It's my dad. He actually has an SEO agency, and so he does a lot of the same things that we do. He just focuses more on the SEO side. So we're gonna have a whole day that's just dedicated towards search engine optimization and working through some of those strategies. Right now, we're just really focused on let's just map out our strategy, and part of this is just giving you guys a brain dump so you can go through and find what fits for you. Because like at the end of the day, like I know for me, I love live videos. I love short videos. Like I know I'm good on camera. I know I'm good with public speaking, getting up and doing like presentations, networking event. That's actually another one that we need to do, that we need to put in here. We're going to put live presentations. But like I know that out of these are the ones that fit me the best. And part of the reason that I want to put all this out here for you guys is so that you can look at it and go, hey, this is the direction that makes the most sense for me. This is where I'm kind of naturally inclined to. Because one thing that you'll find is that when you start getting into all these different marketing strategies, there are thousands of ways. Like it's almost uncountable how many different ways there are to generate business and to generate leads. What we're doing is helping you to think through this strategy, so that way, like when you're looking at the traffic, then we can start getting into the lead conversion strategies for each of them, and you can figure out what way really makes the most sense for you. All right, so let's get back to, and you can see we're already 20 minutes in, and we're only on the first branch of the first one. So we got a long way to go with these, which is part of the fun of it. All right, so the next one, this is going to be kind of a hybrid between marketing and advertising. But I'm going to leave this under organic, simply because of the fact of it does not take you any money to offer this and to build this. But it does cost money to fulfill it. And so this is going to be our affiliate program. Now, if you do not have an affiliate program, you are missing out on a massive amount of revenue. Like I'm actually working on solidifying our affiliate program, and we put together the affiliate package for you guys. We're going to be recording some new videos to help you with that upload process. But an affiliate program, it's free to build. Free to onboard people. You can go out there, you can get all of your clients engaged with it. And like you guys know that when you work with a company that you really enjoy engaging with, you get a lot of value from it. Like you want to refer them. You want to go, hey, you know what? I love this company. Like hopefully you're saying, hey, I love Keith. I love Profit Lifter. You need to go over there and get your stuff from them. But if you can make money on it, it turns into, it actually goes right back up here into our goal of making money off each client. Because at the end of the day, if you're working, like if you're in an affiliate program, like I could come in here and go, hey, you know what? You can't afford the program. Here's somebody who offers business credit, business financing. And so it gives me a chance to refer somebody, potentially make money off of them using your services, plus make money because when they get a business loan from you, now they can come back and they can buy my stuff. It just turns into a win-win for everybody involved. And so like an affiliate program is a great way to build these, to build just organic leads of people who are really interested. Plus, it very naturally ties into this networking, because now you're supercharging your networking by putting money behind it. So like as you're out there and you're meeting with people and you're like, yeah, here's what I do. I offer, I do business loans, I do business credit, or I have a CRM, I have all this cool stuff. And when you're talking with people and you're like, and I have an affiliate program. So if you refer me anybody, I can pay you X dollars. And it really gets people excited about it, really gets them going. So these are kind of 4 ways that you can start aggressively going after your organic marketing. Now, let's jump into the paid ad side, because this one gets even crazier, even faster. One thing when you start getting into marketing, there's just a ton of avenues that you can go with a lot of this stuff. But when you're looking at a paid advertising strategy, there's a couple things that you want to consider, like who's your where is your target audience hanging out with or hanging out at. So if you're if you're in the business to business space, you're working with you're working with other business owners, providing financing, whatever it is that you're doing, selling CRMs, websites, you want to think about where are these people hanging out. And so with that, you're going to have a lot of different platforms that you can market on, basically. And let's just call this one social media, just because, like we all know, Facebook has Facebook. You can run ads on Meta. You can run ads on TikTok. You can run ads on Meta's going to include Instagram. You've got Twitter ads. You've got basically LinkedIn ads. So every social media platform has an ad side to it as well, a paid strategy, because that's how social media companies make money. It's like really, when you take a step back and look at it, social media is just a modern day magazine. And the way that they make money is not selling subscriptions to the magazine, but they're making money from the advertisers who are showing it to the users, which is why they give it away for free to the users. And so like as you're looking at it, social media is going to be one of those channels that you're going to be looking at. Google, and we're going to call this next one, we're going to call it search marketing. And this is search marketing. We're just going to break this down a little bit more so we can make sure we have it. That's kind of long to put in there. We're going to call Meta, LinkedIn. I have a hard time just calling Twitter X still. It does not feel right. So I always still call it Twitter. So we're going to call it Meta. We're going to call it LinkedIn, Twitter. YouTube is another one. Running YouTube ads is incredibly effective and impactful. And that one kind of falls under search marketing as well to some degree. But you get where we're going with it. That all kind of adjusts over time. So search marketing, these are going to include your major platforms like Google, obviously running Google ads. This can be Bing ads as well. And when you get into it, there are different networks that will provide ads based across, like it almost looks like the entire internet. And this could be places like AdWords, AdSense is another one, and I can't think of. I'm kind of having a brain lock on the rest of them. But essentially, what these are is they all work the same. The difference between like a social media ad and a search marketing ad is this: social media is more of a disruptive marketing strategy, meaning that you're going after them and going, hey, you don't know that you need this yet, but I'm paying to show you that you need my services. And then you're targeting the specific people out of that. You're targeting the industries that you want, and you're really crafting your message around that to be able to capture them. With search marketing is a reactive marketing strategy, meaning that you're going to show up in front of people who are specifically looking for what you're selling. So again, like if it's business credit, business loans, business financing, anything business to business, like you put in those terms, and while people start searching them, we've all seen it. We've all skipped the top packet on the top of Google that says paid, or the different things. But that's what search marketing is you're putting out Yelp, Core. Yeah, great feedback. Yeah, Yelp and Core are other ones that you can put in for search marketing. As well. Sorry, I'm on Restream for streaming this. So those of you guys in the Facebook group, I can't actually see who's commenting. It just says Facebook user. But yeah, Yelp and Quora are also good ones. Reddit, I believe, also has ads. But there's a lot of different ways, a lot of different ways that you can go about with search marketing. And now I've seen some of these search marketing which just goes crazy across the internet, because a lot of times, like when people are writing professional blogs and they're focusing on their SEO, part of their monetization strategy is like the way that let me take a step back. My brain's getting faster than my mouth. When you're dealing with a company that monetizes a website or monetizes a blog, if they're not actually selling a service, so example, let's say Forbes doesn't actually sell anything. They're selling news. It's just basically a website. And it started as a magazine, but at this point, it's just a website. And so the way that they're making money is by imprinting Google Ads, AdWords, AdSense, all these different networks. And one of the hacks to finding this is, like, if you notice that there's a site that you're on all the time that keeps showing you ads, a lot of times it will actually show you. Let's just see if we can find something on Forbes really quick. Elephant attack on Safari. That sounds interesting. But let's show you. So like you see right here where it says advertisement, like this one's ad choices. That's another one. So you see, like, when you're scrolling the internet, you can actually start to see, and like this is targeted. Like this is a company that offers services for my industry, and so like these are technically search ads, because I've searched for these terms and now they're retargeting me based on that. But you can see, like, ad choices is one. But like when you're going through websites and you start seeing these ads pop up, take a look and see if you can find who's providing them, and it will just give you some cool ideas for it. But what's happening is Forbes is making money because now, like, the SaaS Academy is paying ad choice to be able to show up in front of me. And so that's the way these blogs are making money. So like as you're getting into this, that's what the search marketing is doing, is you're paying to get in front of people who are searching for those words and show up in front of them. And so this has a massive reach, and like it goes across blogs. It can, like, somebody could be reading about how to cook chili, and then all of a sudden your ad shows up in front of them because your search intent earlier on showed that this made sense. So that's another way to do it. The other thing that we're going to look at, the other thing that we want to talk about under this, under your paid ads, under your advertising strategy, is we're going to call this your blog network. And again, this is where you can actually pay other people with blogs to share, to link to your blog posts. And this is a lot more of an organic strategy. Let's go back to our Forbes article here, and let's see if they actually have it. So what this looks like, and what I'm looking for in here. You can see this right here. So what this is people will grab your articles and they'll start putting hyperlinks in here, so that, like, as the people who are serious in reading are coming across it, they'll go, oh, what's this? And so now it's clicking over into your website, and it's syndication. That's the name of it. Sorry, So we're going to call this syndication networks. So with the syndication network, basically what you're doing is you're pushing your blogs out to all these other blogs, so they start linking to you. Now, very honestly, like the blog syndication, the SEO, this is something that I would personally wait until these are long plays. These are ones that aren't going to necessarily be like instant gratification, like boom, everybody's opting in all at one time. These are like really focused on your ranking. It's focusing on like your domain authority. It's more of this long, slow play as you're getting into like really building a long, or you're starting to look at like consistency in creating leads. If you want to generate leads fast, That's going to be your social media and your search marketing. These are going to be the ones that are going to get people to opt in fast. They're going to immediately, though a lot of times they're going to be taking advantage of your downloads, any of your guides, your ebooks, things like that. If you have videos that you're using for your ads, it'll focus on that. But this is just kind of a way to think about, like, how are you going to drive people to your marketing? Because the next thing that we need to look at is okay, now that we've gone down this path, now that we've already started looking at these, we're going to scoot this way over here so we don't intersect. Now that we figured out how to drive traffic, the next thing that we need to look at is, where are we going to be driving traffic to? What are we going to be doing? What are some of the tools? What are some of the resources that we can start using to be able to convert traffic into actual leads? Now, the first one is going to be incredibly obvious, and this is always going to be your website. Your website. Your website is basically, it's your home. Like, this is your office, and especially now, since COVID, everybody's working from home. Us entrepreneurs, we're online all day. Like, I'm working out of a bedroom in my house. Like working from home is valid, and I love that this happened, because I've been working from home for almost 10 years now. So, like, this was very natural for me when all this took place. But what you like, working from home for this long taught me that when you don't have a physical office, or even when you do have a physical office, your website is more of an office to people than anything else. It is like a tangible place that people can come and find you online. And so it's like your office. It's your digital office where you want people to be. But just having a website, having a homepage, and about us, contact us page, that's all really cool. It's a great way to kind of show exposure, but it's not really focused on conversion. Now, when you're looking, and those of you guys who have built your stuff with us, you've probably heard me say this before. But your website is about marketing, essentially getting people in, figuring out, showing people where you are. This is your website. Your web pages is what you're going to focus on with your SEO. It's really what gets people to come, that gets people gets people to you. But that's not what converts people. These are going to be your sales funnels. Your sales funnels are going to be, let's just call this conversion. So your sales funnels are where you are going to convert people. Now, your website and your sales funnels should work hand in hand. Like, these two should never be, these should not be separable. Like, these are like intricately tied together. Because think of it this way: your website's out there going, hey, here's all the cool stuff we do. Here's an explanation of our services. Here's why you should use us, blah, blah, blah. But your sales funnel are the action items. And so this is where you're going to be driving a lot of your traffic. Now, a lot of the stuff that you're going to be doing on social media, a lot of your paid advertising, these should all be going to your sales funnel. And the reason, let me give you. So I was looking at one of our clients. They had another agency run some ads for them, and we were looking at their numbers, and they just sucked. Like, they were bad. They had hundreds or even thousands of views, but they had zero conversions. They didn't have anybody opting in. They had nothing, because all they were doing was driving people to the website, giving them an opportunity to say no and not take any more action. So what was happening is they were reading on the blog or on social media, like a Facebook ad, and they were going, okay, here's our services, here's what we do. And then from there, the link took them to just their homepage on their website. And now they're sitting there reading again and, like, not really going in depth and giving them an action item. So when you're running ads, you always want to be driving your ads to sales funnels. unless you get into different strategies, which we can cover at a later time. But really what you're focused on at this point is you're focused on getting people to opt into your system. These are going to be now with your sales funnels. I'm going to swap sides on this. So with these sales funnels, these are going to be let's call it your ebooks or just giveaways. And actually, we're gonna swap this, because giveaways is a better way of putting it than ebooks, because the ebook is a type of giveaway. Now, these giveaways, these are what's called a lead magnet. And a lead magnet is you giving away something for free, something of value for free, in exchange for their name, email address, and phone number. So with these giveaways, with these lead magnets, these can have multiple different things. And then let's just spell it out down here. So these can be ebooks, they can be white papers, they could be discounts, trials. Trials work incredibly well. If you have something that you can do a trial on. Anything free essentially is what it comes down to. Now, with those of you guys who are Credit Suite partners, and you're using your Profit Lifter account with your pre-built site in there, one thing that you're going to notice of what we did with your consultation is we didn't just say, hey, schedule a free consultation. The reason is because when you tell somebody, hey, schedule a free consultation, you're essentially just coming out and saying, hey, sign up for a free sales pitch. And people don't want to be pitched. They want something for free. We live in the age of social media. We live in the age of AI. Like, people expect things to be free now. And so what we did is we actually positioned your consultation to be a free giveaway. And so instead of it, and let's just pull it up here, just so for those of you guys who are following along, we called it your create my funding plan, or we call it a funding planning session. And the reason we did that is because now, instead of just saying, hey, schedule a consultation, we'll see what we can do, you're sitting down and you're giving them something for free, which is a plan to fund their business. Now, if you want to get the most out of people signing up for a consultation with you, the focus needs to be, what can you give them for free? What is it that you can give them in exchange for their time? Now, if you're looking at, if you're comparing like an ebook to something that you're giving away on a consultation, the ebook is it doesn't require a commitment from the individual who's working on it. Or who's downloading it, because at this point they're basically looking at this going, hey, I want this free ebook. So they download it, they get it, and that can essentially just end their relationship with you. Opposed to if it's a consultation, you're sitting down with them, you're meeting with them over video or in person or whatever, that requires a level of commitment from them, because they're going to be talking to you. You're taking time out of their day to discuss things. And so the more value that you can pack into a sales pitch, the more effective selling that sales pitch is going to be. And I think that's one thing that a lot of us miss, is that, like, when we get into talking with people about a consultation, we're like, yeah, just schedule a free appointment with me. We'll sit down and talk. If you spend a lot of time focusing on your consultation and thinking about the value and the value, what you're doing now is you're turning your sales pitch into a sales funnel, into something that actually has a massive amount of value. And so, like, be thinking about that. Like, what are freebies that you can give to somebody just for meeting with you? I've worked with coaches who give away like free books when they meet with somebody, which I think is amazing. Like, if there's a way that you can give somebody an actual hard copy book because they're a good candidate or they're a good client or you've got a high ticket item, it's a great conversion tool. So I'll give you a little bit of history about my past life and my career path. When I was in my, You guys know, I already told you I'm about to turn 45, but I lived through the mortgage crisis. I didn't just live through the mortgage crisis. I was a loan broker during the mortgage crisis and about 5 years leading up to it. And I did incredibly well on it. Like I live in the Kansas City area. I'm in the Midwest. We have a small median household. Our average home price at that point was about 160,000 to 200,000. Like it was not high property values at all. And I was doing millions of dollars a month. And the way that I did it was all organic because social media was just becoming a thing at that point. But I did it all with networking and with an affiliate program. Now, if you've ever been in real estate or you've been a loan officer, you know that like if you want to network with real estate agents, there can't be an exchange of money because you got RESPA laws there. So what I did is I actually combined networking in my affiliate program with freebies for them marketing and advertising. So now when I sat down with a real estate agent, I just didn't come to a real estate agent and say, hey, look, I'm the best loan officer. I close loans fast. I got great rates, blah, blah, blah. Everybody does that. It's just in one ear, out the next because we've all heard it. So what I did is I put together lumpy mail for them. So like there was one broker that I was trying to get into. We mailed them a watermelon to get their attention. We're like, hey, here's what we do. And on that watermelon, it said, got your attention. Let me show you how we can get your clients' attention to sell your houses faster. And so what we went into them with was a marketing proposition, not a proposition of why they should use us as loan officers. So what I did is I kind of combined this networking with an affiliate program with the free, and then went into the lead conversion strategy with giving away free stuff with that. So like, and the reason that I bring that up is because the more value that you can pack into everything that you're doing, whether it's a sales pitch or any of that, it creates reciprocity where people want to give back to you. They want to work with you. They want to engage with you because they're seeing that you're not just out here going, hey, buy my stuff. You're already empowering them. You're giving them free tools. You're giving them those free resources right out of the gate. And if you're willing to give people that much just to meet with them, just to give them a sales pitch, how much further are you willing to go on it with them as a paid client? And this is what's happening in their mind, whether they realize it or not. So what you're doing is you're buying credibility with them under this lead conversion strategy, where you're looking at, okay, how can I address this now? The strategy behind this, and we'll break down like actual strategies for lead conversions, stuff like that as we get going. But part of the strategies of this is that you want to incorporate these lead strategies into everything that you're doing with traffic, because you notice the traffic starts here, but then it goes into lead conversion, meaning that all of these lead conversion strategies that you're coming up with all play in here, meaning that when you're doing a live video like this, you can be like, and hey, look, if you want more information, go to profitlifter.com and download our free guide. It's going to pop up for you within about 2 to 3 seconds of you visiting our website. Or if you want to see how you can automate all this, go to profitlifter.com/tour and it will show you. And then you can start getting really fancy, and you can start doing things like this that show up across the bottom of your screen. Like so your traffic sources are implementing your lead conversion strategy. Your traffic, when you're advertising for traffic, when you're out here running stuff on social media, doing the SEO, doing the networking, running your affiliate program, running ads, what you're doing is you're incorporating this lead conversion strategy into all of this stuff that you're building and that you're working on down here. Make sense? It's not just a one thing that we're going to do and it's going to have all this. Like, you need these lead conversion strategies to go into your traffic, because if not, like, people are going to still find you. Like I have intentionally not set up lead magnets. I have not been promoting anything with these live videos for this month, because one, my strategy is very simple for what I'm doing is I want to provide a massive amount of value for my clients. So this is more for clients than it is for other people who haven't seen it, but I'm doing it in the public because I know that if somebody's engaged enough, they're going to look us up, or they're going to just directly message us on Facebook or YouTube or any of the platforms that we're posting on. But when I'm really starting to make a push for let's get leads in, let's fill up our calendars, let's really start pushing, that's when you're going to start to see that lead magnets are going to be included, the giveaways are going to be in there. I'll start producing white papers. Now, the strategy behind this lead conversion, and we're going to jump into another aspect of the lead conversion here in just a second. But one of the things that you want to be thinking about, your lead conversion, your lead magnets, your giveaways should right out of the gate be addressing the objections somebody's going to give you over here in the client conversion process. So with the lead conversion, what you're doing is you're addressing their pain points. You're going after them and going, hey, look, you got this awesome business. You can make millions of dollars, but you're not. Why aren't you? Let me help you. Or let me get you a loan. Let me help you finance your business. Let me coach you and show you the way. Let me help you repair your credit. Whatever it is that you're doing, let me get you insurance so that you can protect your family. You're finding that pain point. You're getting them to engage. And then what you're doing with these lead magnets should be incredibly specific to overcoming the objections that they're going to have. Because from here, again, the next thing is to convert them from a lead into a client. And so to do that, you need to be thinking through like your sales pitch. Like, what is it that why is somebody going to say no to you? Why are they not going to engage? What is it that you need to reassure them about before you can actually convert them into a client? And the more that you're engaging with them on that side, the more that you're overcoming those obstacles, one, it's going to create that immediate online sale. But two, when they do sit down with you, it's not a, hey, tell me about what you do. It's a, okay, I've got 3 questions. Help me answer these questions before I get started. And that's what you want. Like this process should be grabbing somebody, hitting the pain points, overcoming their objections. So by the time they sit with you, it's basically like they know they want to sign up with you. They're already in love with you. They just have a couple other questions to talk with you about, or they just need to feel all warm and gooey and feel engaged on that side. So that's some tips for the lead conversion. One of the other things that I actually want to include over here on this on the lead conversion side is we're going to tie this actually back into social media, and we are going to call this, running out of colors here. Ooh, I don't like that. I can't see it. We're going to call this social media groups. You notice how I said at the beginning, and this one can actually play into your traffic strategy as well, because like as you start creating a social media group, you can turn it into a public group, meaning that any of the posts and the interactions, the engagements are going to show up to everybody. So if somebody's out there searching for a specific keyword and that keyword is found a lot inside of your group, it's highly likely these posts are going to show up in your group. Now, the reason that I like this for traffic and conversion, again, like I said, you can have this set up so that like as they're coming in, you can use this as a traffic source because people are going to they're going to find you from searching social media for your keywords. But the reason that I like it for a lead conversion is when you get them into a group, you can start creating little videos. You can start creating posts. You can jump in there and start answering questions for them. And from a lead generation standpoint, this is incredibly effective because let's just take some hypothetical numbers. Let's say you start a group, you quickly get it up to 1,000 people. Once you get it to 1,000 people, these people are going to be asking you questions. You start posing questions inside of that group. You start engaging with them. And when one person asks you a question, it's not just that one person. There may be 100 people who read your answer. And so you're not just overcoming objections for that one person. You're overcoming objections for hundreds of people at one time because you're doing it in public in your social media group. Not only that, but it just gives you a really nice brand, and it gives you an asset that you can use for a long time, just like what I'm doing with our group. But our group, I moved ours not from a marketing standpoint, but more from a support standpoint, just because it's me. Like I know my strategy of what I want to work on for marketing. Like I want our, like right now, I want our social media group to be for my clients. I want to be able to engage with you guys, help you think through strategies for converting people. And it's a value add for people who sign up with us. Oh, how do you create these social media groups? Super, super easy. Don't make fun of me if you see weird stuff on my social media feed. And if you guys aren't friends, friend me on Facebook. I love having friends up here. If you come over here, you can actually, I think, where is it? Is it settings and privacy? Oh, it's just right over here. If you just go to groups, you go up here. Hold on, it takes me. Oh, it's just right there. It's the button that says create new group. All you have to do is actually just create the group. Just go through and follow the prompts, and that will take care of it. Just put put a catchy name on it. Like if you're going after the business credit, business loan side, just be like, you know, the secret, highly secret group to acquiring $1 million in business credit or something. Just gets people to go, oh, that's what I want, that's what I need, and they'll sign up for it. Like I sat down the other day and like I was cleaning up my groups because I realized there was some stuff on there that like I just didn't want other people to like be digging around and go, oh, he's a weirdo, and like I see his group. So like I was going through it, and I'm in hundreds of groups, like hundreds of them. So like people love jumping in these groups, and it's one of Facebook's big strategies for getting people in. But these social media groups, it's a great way to generate traffic, and it's a great way to convert people, to convert clients into leads. So those are kind of two of the strategies that we're going to look at. And guys, like I said, as we go on further in this month, we're going to come back to this. We're going to start digging deeper on like these different types of giveaways. We're going to be looking at again, these are conversion strategies to be able to convert leads into, or to convert traffic into leads. But these next ones, and one thing that you're going to see is that all of this stuff kind of blends together. You see how we've got things that are already kind of overlapping with each other. It touches here and then jumps over here and then jumps over there. This is normal. This is how all of this works. So don't look at something and go, well, I can't do that because it doesn't fit my client conversion strategy. It only fits. Don't worry about all that crap. It's gonna mix. It's going to combine all of them together, and they're going to start to kind of cross collateralize, especially as you look into like the lead conversion and client conversion. Those two can very easily start to overlap. So with that, now let's start talking about client conversion. So now that you've got somebody who has come in, actually, you know what? We skipped over. Again, you can see just by doing this, I realized that we just skipped one of the newest ones. This is one that I'm playing around with a lot right now, and I love this. We're going to call this like cold email strategies, where I call this paid because there's specific software that you need. You have to buy lists. It does require a little bit of a monetary investment to get this up and going. But this is essentially going out and buying lists of people, doing cold email strategies, sending them to your lead conversion strategies, and working with them from there. So that's another one of the paid advertising strategies. Now let's hop back over here, and I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm right at the hour mark, and I'm actually going to hold you guys in suspense for this, because like as I'm looking through this, I'm going to start putting together tomorrow's content, and we're going to dive more into the lead conversion and the client conversion strategies. So at this point, can you use business cards for cold strategy? Absolutely. And actually, there's this really cool business card that Brett and I have been looking at. Wow. What happened with that? Let's see. Is it? I think it's called Popple. Yeah. Oh, it's popple.co. That's why. It's poppl.co. and this isn't a this isn't an affiliate link or anything. But this is actually really cool. It's a digital business card that goes on the back of your phone, so people can scan it, and it will like they can just scan your QR code, and it will automatically drop a contact in, and you can automate leads to go into your Profit Lifter account and trigger sequences and put them into your sales pipeline. All sorts of cool stuff. Brett and I have been playing around with this. We're taking a look at it now, especially because, like, for us, yeah, Popple, it's great, awesome. So we're looking at it from like an affiliate standpoint, because I know like all you guys would benefit from this. But it's relatively cheap, at like 12 bucks a month is the top. You've got CRM auto sync, you can remove, you've got AI, everything has AI in it now. Can it be integrated? Yeah, that's what the CRM auto sync is. So basically, once somebody scans a business card, you can have it automatically go into like you can have it go into your lead conversion strategy. So that's so actually, I think that's a great point. Let's just add another one here. We're gonna call this. Oh, I see. You're trying to make money off your affiliate link with Popple. I see. Okay. No, it's all good. I'm fine with that. So business cards is another one of those tools. Man, I'm so much online that that I just forget about this stuff a lot of times. Let's just call it graphic, because with that you've got business cards, you've got flyers, you've got postcards, like. And so you guys are seeing, like, I didn't actually really prepare for this. Don't tell anybody. I came out here and just started brainstorming on this stuff with you guys as I'm going through it, because I like doing it this way. But cold email, we're going to call this cold outreach, because we're going to come back to our paid traffic sources. So like with the cold outreach, we're going to say cold email, and then we're also going to go mailers. Mailers are still a great way to capture people's information or to get people engaged. So like if you buy a list, sending out mail to them, I think, is still an incredible strategy. People love opening things. It makes them feel good. So, you know, having those mailers is another way that you can pay for traffic and trade and pay to get people in. Business cards, yeah. So anyway, if I keep going, I'm going to start chasing rabbits. That my ADHD is going to take over after I've talked for about an hour. Like my head's starting to unravel on all my points here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to come back tomorrow. We're going to jump in this lead conversion, and then we're going to start getting into the client conversion strategy. And with as much as we've gotten through with the lead conversion side, I think by the time we're done with this, then we could start going over some monetization goals as well. Because what we're going to do from here is we're going to start helping you put together. We're going to start. One, I'm going to show you what's included in your Profit Lifter account. What kind of like automations, what kind of pre-built systems that you have that are going to be able to help you in each of these. And then I'm going to help you start thinking through what are some other things that you want to engage with. Like what are some other things that you want to build with this, and then that will lead into other trainings, so on and so forth. So we got a whole month of cool stuff to be building with you guys. So make sure to hang out with me tomorrow. That's about all that I got steamed for today. Appreciate you guys. I've been looking forward to every day getting to hang out with you guys on here, doing these live trainings with you. So thanks for being here with me. And like always, if you have any questions, comment, throw it in the group, throw it on our Facebook page, wherever, message us, send me smoke signals, however you need to reach us. We're always happy to help, and we will see you guys tomorrow.